Hola y bienvenidos. ¿Cansado de los métodos tradicionales? Hoy te traemos una técnica novedosa que hará que aprender inglés sea mucho más fácil y divertido. No te pierdas este video, y si te gusta, suscríbete, da like y comenta. Comenzamos.
In the heart of an ancient forest, there was a mouse named Tito. Tito was no ordinary mouse. He had a big dream. He wanted to fly. Every night, he looked up at the sky and dreamed of the stars. His friends, the rabbits and squirrels, laughed at him. A flying mouse, they said with laughter. One day, while walking through the forest, Tito found a shiny feather on the ground. The feather seemed to shine with its own light. He carefully picked it up and continued on his way. That night, Tito decided to go visit the wise owl. The owl lived in the tallest tree in the forest. Everyone knew him for his advice and wisdom. When Tito reached the tree, he looked up and saw the owl on its branch, with its big golden eyes looking at him. "Hello, Tito. What brings you here?" the owl asked in a soft, deep voice. Tito showed him the feather and said, "I want to fly. Can you help me?" The owl looked at the feather and smiled. "This feather is not magic by itself, Tito. But it will give you the courage you need." The owl explained that to fly, Tito did not need wings. He needed self-confidence and a plan. Tito listened attentively. The owl suggested that he build a kite. With that kite, he could feel the wind and experience the sensation of flying. Tito spent days building his kite. He used branches, leaves, and of course, the magic feather. When he was finished, the kite was colorful and beautiful. The first attempt was not easy. The kite got tangled in the trees. Tito felt discouraged. But he remembered the owl's words and decided to try again. Each attempt was better. Tito learned to handle the kite skillfully. Little by little, he began to feel the breeze under his feet. Although he could not fly like the birds, he felt the thrill of being in the air. The news of Tito's kite spread throughout the forest. All the animals came to see his amazing achievement. Tito became a source of inspiration to everyone. The owl watched proudly from his branch. Tito had learned a valuable lesson. It's not just about achieving your dreams, but about enjoying the journey and believing in yourself. And so, Tito continued flying his kite, happy and satisfied. The forest was filled with laughter and joy. And although Tito couldn't fly like a bird, he always remembered that true flight was the courage he carried in his heart. Every night, he looked up at the sky and smiled. He knew that his dream of flying had led him to discover something even more magical, the power of believing in himself. The seasons passed and the forest changed colors. Tito continued to enjoy his flights with the kite, but something new was about to happen. One morning, while he was flying his kite, he saw a large shadow crossing the sky. He looked up and discovered that it was a majestic eagle. The eagle gently descended and perched on a nearby branch. It was an imposing bird with golden feathers and a wise look. "Hello, little mouse." The eagle said in a voice that echoed like the wind. "I have heard about you and your kite. It is amazing what you have achieved." Tito felt flattered. "Thank you," he said modestly. "I have only followed the advice of the wise owl." The eagle bowed to him. "I have traveled a lot and seen many things. Your story inspires me. But there is something I want to offer you. If you really want to fly, there is a more direct way." Tito looked at the eagle in wonder. "How?" he asked. The eagle spread its huge wings. "I can take you to a place where you can fly freely. There is a magic mountain where dreams come true. There, you might find a way to fulfill your wish." Tito felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. He had never imagined that his dream could become so real. But he also remembered the owl's lesson: the journey is as important as the destination. "Let me think about it," said Tito. "My kite and I have learned a lot on this trip, and I don't want to lose what we have gained." The eagle understood and waited patiently. Tito spent a few days reflecting, talking with his friends and the wise owl. Finally, he decided that accepting the eagle's offer would be a new adventure he wanted to live. One morning, Tito said goodbye to all his friends in the forest. He climbed onto the eagle's legs and, with his heart full of hope, they began the flight to the magic mountain. The trip was long and full of wonders. They saw colorful rivers, clouds that sparkled like diamonds, and enchanted forests. Tito felt freer than ever, admiring the world from above. Finally, they reached the magical mountain. It was a place of indescribable beauty, with a sky that seemed to caress the earth. Tito found a cave in the mountain, and inside, a glowing sphere of light. The sphere seemed to pulse with energy. Tito approached, and the sphere began to spin, enveloping him in a warm light. When the light faded, Tito realized that not only could he fly, but he was surrounded by the magic of the place. Tito flew up the mountain and beyond, exploring new horizons. He felt free and complete, but he always remembered the value of his kite and the journey that had brought him there. When the eagle returned to the forest with Tito, everyone celebrated his return. Tito had fulfilled his dream, but he had discovered something more valuable: the magic of the journey and the importance of each step he took on his way. Every time you face a big dream, remember Tito. The most important journeys not only take us to new destinations, but they teach us to appreciate every experience. The real magic is in the courage to move forward and the wisdom to enjoy the journey. When Tito returned to the forest, everything seemed as before, but he was no longer the same. The mouse who once dreamed of flying had now touched the sky and knew the magic of the mountain. One day, while exploring near his home, Tito found something unexpected. Among the roots of an old oak tree, he saw a small shiny object. It was a golden key, adorned with intricate engravings. Tito picked it up with curiosity and wondered what it could open. At that moment, the wise owl appeared beside him. "That is a special key," said the owl. "There are many mysterious things in the forest. That key can open something important. Tito decided to follow the owl's advice and began to search for the lock that could open the key. He flew his kite through the forest, exploring every corner with enthusiasm. Sometimes he stopped to help his friends, always hoping to discover the secret of the key. One afternoon, as he walked along a moss-covered path, he found an ancient door hidden among the vines. The door was adorned with ancient symbols and had a lock that seemed tailor-made for the golden key. Tito, his heart pounding, inserted the key into the lock and turned it slowly. The door creaked open, revealing a secret room filled with treasure and mysteries. There were ancient maps, spell books, and a crystal sphere that glowed with a soft, magical light. Tito walked into the room, and as he touched the sphere, a series of images began to appear on its surface. They showed stories of heroes, adventures, and dreams fulfilled. Tito realized that the sphere was showing the story of every being who had used the key before him. Each story taught him something valuable. He learned about the value of friendship, the power of perseverance, and the importance of sharing dreams. Tito felt a deep connection to all of those stories. He decided that the treasure he had found should not be kept to himself. He returned to the forest and gathered all of his friends. He showed them the books and maps, and shared the lessons he had learned. Together, they decided to explore the forest with their newfound knowledge. They discovered hidden places, helped animals that needed help, and shared inspiring stories. Tito and his friends created a corner in the forest where everyone could come to learn and share their dreams. It was a place full of magic and wisdom, where every being in the forest found inspiration for their own adventures. The forest became an even more wonderful place, full of shared magic and lived dreams. Tito, the mouse who had wanted to fly, was now known for his big heart and his desire to help others. And so, dear reader, remember that sometimes the most valuable treasures are the ones we share with others. It's not just about fulfilling our dreams, but about how those dreams can inspire others and make the world a better place. Every adventure you live can be a key to discover something bigger and to open new doors. Don't forget the magic of sharing your dreams and the importance of learning from each step along the way.
Y con eso terminamos. Si te gustó este vídeo, asegúrate de suscribirte al canal. Además, te invitamos a ver el siguiente vídeo que te dejamos por aquí, para seguir mejorando tu nivel de inglés a base de práctica y repetición. Nos vemos allí.